besties, so today we are going to be doing a challenge. Now, is this a challenge? I don't know. Basically, okay, right, let's just take it back a little moment here. So, I used to only use Alpha CC. Well, okay, I've been through stages. First I was Alpha, then I was Maxis Match, then I was Alpha, then I was Maxis Match, and now I'm kind of Maxis Mix. You know, I like alpha clothing, but I don't really like alpha hair that much in my game. Like, I love it in other people's games. Like, don't get me started, it looks gorgeous, but in my own game, I just don't like it. I feel like it just doesn't fit with the surroundings. So, as much as I love hairstyles, very much that are alpha CC, unfortunately, I don't use it in my personal game. However, I have like a folder that is about 70 gigabytes worth of alpha CC just sitting, silently sitting in my mods, on my PC. And I thought, you know what we could do? We could make, not free sims. Okay, so to begin with, I made a sim using no CC. I know a lot of people do this as like it's individual challenge, but I use no CC all the time. Like, this might be an unpopular opinion, right? But when I actually play the game by myself off stream, I don't tend to use CC. Maybe that's just a me thing, I don't know. But I find that CC kind of, I feel like it takes the fun for me personally out of playing the game, which I know sounds really stupid because that doesn't make any sense, but for me it just does. I don't know, I feel like I spend a lot more time stressing about my sims appearances and that they don't match my other sims and that they don't like look as good as I want them to with CC or whatever, that I just find that I don't enjoy actually playing it as much, and I spend way too much time in create a sim rather than playing the sims, and I kind of like separating the two. So that's why when I'm actually playing the game, I just use I use mods. Like, I use MC Command Center always. I always use UI cheats, and I also use Wonderful Whims and Slice Life and stuff like that, just to make the game more interesting, because EA is not, you know, it's a bit boring after time, you know, so you do need some mods just to help spice up the game a little bit. But I do find that I don't like using custom content in the actual gameplay, which again, unpopular, I don't know, maybe that is unpopular, but I just personally prefer it separately. I just feel like I don't spend as much time playing the game as I should when I just want to focus on gameplay. So anyways, that was my rant. So it wasn't really a rant, that was just me talking about what I personally like to do, my personal gameplay I guess. So yeah, anyways, that was about it. So yeah, this is the sim I made. Her name is Sage, and obviously I just duplicated her 3 times. Well, twice. I duplicated twice. There's 3 of her. There's 3 of her basically. And I decided to do one obviously no CC, one Maxis Match CC, and one Alpha CC. So we are now on to the Maxis Match side, and okay, what do you guys think? Okay, let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. I'm gonna assume you guys prefer Maxis Match or Alpha, just assumption, but I had way more fun making the Alpha version, but I just prefer the Maxis Match. Like, it's just my preference. Like, I literally showed the sim, like both versions, to my mom, and she was like, wait, she loved the Alpha version way more, and I just found that really interesting. I think people that don't play sims find it really impressive when you do Alpha sims, because like, I mean, it is impressive. Making a sim look so real is like crazy. I mean, obviously, okay, basically with this challenge, obviously Alpha sims don't always look super realistic. Like, you can make, like, my old style of making Alpha sims was not realistic. Like, I did not use realistic, you know, skin tone, like the realistic skin details. I didn't use those to make my sims. I still use like Maxis Match ones just because I preferred that. However, because of the kind of the challenge, you know, I didn't want to just do that, because I feel like, I don't know, if I'm going so different, I want it to be so different, you know what I mean? So I did very different, like, styles to really hone in the fact that they're different, you know? So I used like a super ultra realistic skin detail for the Alpha sim. For the Maxis Match, I went very Maxis Match. In fact, I don't know how I managed this. I'm impressed with myself, because normally it's the first thing I do, but I somehow blooming forgot eyelashes. I don't know how I managed it. I look back after and I was thinking, I was doing the CC list and I was like, where's the eyelashes? Yeah, totally forgot about those. I don't know how. I mean, I guess it makes it even more Maxis Match, but I did try my best to only use really Maxis Match clothing, so I basically just used Clumsy Alien, because, you know, they're iconic, but I didn't want to use anything, because like when I normally make Maxis Match, quote-unquote Maxis Match sims, I don't normally use like really like not like really overly matches match clothing, because I like alpha clothes as long as I've got the match to match hair. That's just my preference. I don't know. It's called Maxis Mix, but I went really overboard with how Maxis Match I could get this sim, because I just wanted it to be like a really obvious difference between the two, because if I'd just still use like kind of Maxis Match outfit like CC, you know what I mean, okay, if I'd used like alpha clothing, it would have kind of not been such a drastic difference. I really wanted it to be like this like massive, you know, big difference between the two, because then obviously it's a bit more fun like that. But anyways, so now we're moving on to the alpha sim. Like I said, I had the most fun with this sim. I went ahead and obviously moved my old like alpha folder over again, so I had it, and I also downloaded a load of hair from Wings and S Club, because their hairs are peak alpha in my opinion. Those are the only two creators I really use for alpha when I used to do it, I think. Like I like Anto and stuff like that, but I don't know, Wings and S Club, man, there's something that just the way the hair looks, man, it is really my vibe. I love it. I just feel like it looks so fluffy and just I love it. So anyways, yeah, so I use this really ultra realistic hair for this, no, realistic hair, what am I about, realistic skin detail for this sim. So it just like changes skin tone, undertone, I guess. Like this is a lot more pinky than the original sim, but I just feel like it looks so real that like I had to go with it, even if it did slightly change the undertones. But I don't know, man, it's so real. I had to do it to him. I had to do it to him. I also, the hair color did end up a lot less yellowy than the Sims hair, but I find that Alpha's DC is a lot less, like, it's a lot less colourful, a lot less bright. I mean, maybe that's just from making like a really realistic sim, but I feel like in real life people don't have like really bright blonde hair. It tends to be a bit more muted. Maybe that's just, I don't know, maybe that's not true, but from what I find, I just feel like that tends to be the case. Like, you know, your hair, like brown hair isn't like bright brown, even though I don't even know if that's a thing, but it's kind of like a muted tone, you know. So I kind of really wanted to do that a lot. I did have a few issues with my reshade using alpha hair, because it kind of doesn't work with the maxis, which is a shame, but it's okay. I use it anyway just because I love my reshade. I'm not taking that bad boy off, okay? I don't care if it glitches. I'm not taking it off, okay? But yeah, so I wanted it to look really real, but also like still kind of keep the vibe of the first like two sims, you know. So like her outfit for the no CC was this cats and dogs top with like a jacket. I went with a jacket because I felt like that's kind of, I can do like a good equivalent of that for alpha and stuff, because obviously it means that I can add more layers with accessories and stuff, so it really shows the difference between them, if that makes sense. And I really wanted to, like, you know, ensure that it was obvious. But anyways, look at these hairs. Just look at them. I think these are all by S Club. I do have a CC list in the description. Oh my god, it's so funny. I got to the CC list. I was like, okay, I've got 3 sims to do. That's a shame. And then I was like, no, I don't. I did one as no CC. What are you on about? Obviously, also, just a bit of clarification. Obviously, the no CC sim does in fact have default eyes and also a default skin. And obviously my reshade. The reason for that is just that I didn't like get rid of my mods just for this. Like I didn't do like tick the no CC mods or whatever, because I didn't want to, you know. I still like my default skin and stuff, and I know like it does make it so it's not quite no CC, but yeah, you know, is it that deep? No, it's a Sims game. It's a game about pixel people, okay? No need for being that deep. But anyways, I love how she turned out. Honestly, I don't know. I am very partial to Maxis Match. It's definitely my preferred thing, but I do like making realistic sims and alpha sims every once in a while. Like it really does. It is a lot more fun in my opinion, and like it really mixes it up for me. So I might start doing some more alpha creative sims at some point. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But I don't know. I do love alpha, so I would quite like to do that. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know which one is your favorite in the comments below. It's really interesting to see, and I really like seeing people's different like styles and how people like alpha only or Maxis Match only, or of course, you know, both, or just no CC, you know, whatever. But I do, honestly, I love no CC. I'll admit it. I do. I like no CC sims. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Like I already said that. Oh my god, my bad. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and do whatever you want, besties. And I'll see you guys in the video. I love you all, and have a great day. Have a wonderful, wonderful time, whatever you're doing, whatever night time it is. Maybe it's night for you right now. I don't know. But have a lovely time. Okay, I love you guys. Goodbye.